Hi there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of March 7th through 13th of 2022. So let's see what your angels want you to know for this week. Cards are a little jumbled and a little slow to come out. So we'll just see, if that's what they or see what it is that they're trying to tell you. So it's based on vibration. Okay, I invite your guardian angels to come before I even choose which decks of cards to use, and they choose the cards, and then out of those decks they choose which card is the one most appropriate for what they want to be telling you this time. And then there's further message from it. Like the card itself is kind of a trigger, a tool, right? And then the rest of the message comes flowing through. Today, I guess recently, not just today, I've been asking for these messages to go even deeper than they normally are. And so it's been very amazing, to see and hear and feel those messages come through. It's been magical. Okay, so let's see what things that your angels want to tell you for this week. Okay, this is a good one. Okay, your higher consciousness. Your higher consciousness. So this is your connection to divine, your connection to angels and to spirit and to higher guidance. This is your self, your higher self. This is your self that is, it's connected to you, definitely. It's really not, like it's your spiritual self more than your physical earthly self, right? Because you are made up of many, many different moving parts. And so your higher consciousness has been trying to get your attention. And it's kind of like, what is that? It's kind of like, are you overthinking the things that you're doing on earth, like what you do for a job, or how you spend your time, and that you just want it to be fulfilling, and you want to earn some money, you want to make it be something that you like doing, that it's more than that other people will like for you to do, right? That's and it's like you're driving yourself crazy trying to figure that out. So your higher consciousness is saying to you that those things are irrelevant. Yes, you want to have fun doing it. That's the only thing that counts. You need to enjoy it. The rest of it is irrelevant. And I know, some of you are sitting there going, but I have to be able to make money from this. I have to pay my bills. I have to eat food. I have to buy the food somehow, and that's, yes. And so your higher consciousness, being of a less physical nature, is telling you about the higher part of it. The more physical part of the nature is kind of a different angle. Okay, so they're not trying to say that those things aren't important. Absolutely they are. But in the spiritual realm, in your higher consciousness, those things are not the driving force. So try, what are they saying? Like, do what you have to eat and pay the bills. But when you're making new decisions, try to keep the joy in what you're doing. Because that will also bring the other things with it. It's the joy that's the key. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, you could make thousands of dollars at it and you won't care, you won't like it, you'll want to switch, you'll want to get away from it. if you're not enjoying it, it won't matter what everybody else around you thinks about that. You won't care. You won't like it. And you will want to switch. Right? So make sure that it's something that brings you joy, because the other things will fall into place. The joy is the center pin of the whole thing. If you don't have that, you don't have anything. Okay. All right. Hopefully that all came through well. It was a little bit jumbled when it first started coming, but eventually I think the point came across. Okay. So, is there somebody that you're having trouble forgiving? That hurts you. So do some cord cutting. Hold in your mind the person, the event, the whatever it is that you're having trouble with. And offer forgiveness, offer compassion, offer the knowledge that they thought they were doing good. And even, okay, so some of you are going like, no, I don't think they were doing good. I don't think they thought they were doing good. I think they were just being mean or something, right? Okay. Within the limits of self-belief, like being believable, right? Offer as much compassion and love to them as you possibly can. Because, chances are this is human beings, and they're, all of us, by our very nature of being human beings, we are prone to doing things maybe less than perfectly, right? And so are you in comparison to the person that you're having trouble forgiving, right? They also have that, so do you also have that, right? That less than perfect way, because we're all like that. We're human. And so offering as much compassion and love to them as you can is very similar to offering that love and compassion to yourself when you've made a mistake, or what you feel is a mistake. And so the more you can do that and practice forgiving them, even if it's just a grain at a time, then eventually you'll get to that point where you do fully forgive them. Excuse me, I have to sneeze. Pardon me. That came up quick. So eventually in that way, you will fully forgive them. Now, if you can forgive them a whole bunch or all at once, then do that. That is what benefits you and then indirectly them. So holding on to that forgiveness, it holds you back, makes it so that you can't move forward. They're doing their own thing, regardless of whether you're forgiving them or not. This is for benefit for you. Mm-hmm. And you might have to, make your way to it, right? So this is what that, forgiving one grain at a time kind of thing is getting at, that you can talk yourself into it. So when you keep in mind that, okay, this person did that, and whatever it was that really, really hurt you, nobody's saying that's not true. But what everybody, all your angels are saying is that withholding forgiveness doesn't help. So if you want to be able to heal the situation, you have to get to the spot of forgiveness. Okay? All right. And that makes you, like they said, that holds you back if you can't forgive. You want to be able to move forward fearlessly. That is totally something you want, and you know that, and that has this really exciting, amazing vibe with it, that striding forward into your life that you're creating, and it's beautiful. Like they're just showing me this amazing, like, look at this picture that really quite sums it up, actually. How beautiful that is. That's what stepping forward fearlessly looks like and feels like. And you have that and you want that. And somehow you're like, how come I haven't been able to do that yet? Because you're holding unforgiveness. That's holding you back. So you're sitting there going, but the two are not related. Oh, yeah, they are. They're related because they are within you. Yeah. So the more you can do your own inner work and get to the point where you almost never need to forgive anybody else, because the reason you get to a point of not forgiving somebody is because you're judging them. They did so wrong to me and they hurt me so bad and they did that wrong. When you grow more and get deeper within yourself, then you're using your higher consciousness and you understand that there isn't truly any wrongdoing. There is only learning and being human. So when you get to that point, then you understand that, when somebody does something even very similar to you, that in the past you would have had trouble forgiving them for, now you get to a point where you don't even consider that they need forgiveness. You're getting there. You're making a lot of great strides. You're doing very well. And once you can fully actually get there, for a human being to fully get there is maybe a little unrealistic, but you're making a lot of great progress with that. And so that is helping you to go forward fearlessly into your own beautiful life that you are creating. So good for you. And you're not doing that alone. You're doing that with all those beautiful friends. This is also family. You have support, you have love, you have everything that it takes. Now, some of you are sitting there going, I don't feel like I've had that kind of support, but you definitely have. And it's still there. There's some of it that you've kind of turned away from. Maybe you feel you can't trust that or something, I'm not quite sure. You feel like you haven't had the support from them, and so you've turned away, you've gone different avenues. But it's not true. You still do have that support from the directions you've turned away from. But it's okay to turn away. Like it's not going to end things or be a detriment in any way, unless those are the people you're holding the unforgiveness towards, and then you'll get there. You are getting there. But like you do have a lot of friends, and they are close friends, they are real friends, and you can trust them to help you along your way. Okay, good for you. Yep. So let's also talk about your intuition. So intuition, higher consciousness, very similar concepts, right? Your intuition is things like your gut feelings, right? This is a good way for me to go, or this is not. Why am I dragging my feet on this? Well, maybe because there's something holding me back about that. Maybe it's not the best thing to do, or whatever, right? Trust your intuition about directions for you to go, as well as about the people who are coming into your life. Don't forget your kind of your gut feelings about that person. Don't let yourself get used to them when your first impression was maybe not a trustworthy one, right? So it was not a trustworthy vibe about them, right? Don't let yourself get talked into it just because you get used to them. Okay, so always trust your gut above any other, person saying, "Oh, he's fine" or whatever. Maybe not for you, right? So trust that. Okay, And this, you're getting towards the balance in your life. Like it feels like up until fairly recently, you felt your balance was off, that you were doing more of this compared to that, and you wanted it to be more even and stuff, and it's getting there. Yeah, you're taking a lot of great strides, a lot of decisions you're making, and things you're changing a little bit, and to you it kind of feels like not big steps, but for some of you they actually are turning out to be quite big steps. For some of you, maybe they're not very big steps, but they're having a big impact. And so you are achieving this beautiful balance in your life. It feels like financial balance, as well as time balance, and effort balance, and enjoyment balance. Yeah, it feels really good. Feels really good for you. All right, so now we have the daily guidance cards, and we will ask for one last piece of wisdom. Okay, heart chakra. Heart chakra. So, it feels a little tender. When I feel into your heart chakra, it feels a little tender. And this maybe is related to the friends that you felt in the past were not there for you. Something like that. Or that you feel like you're having to do things on your own without support, and you want that support. But so if you can find a practitioner of energy therapy and ask them to just balance all your energy and all your chakras, and that will get you to this point of balance as well, help you get there easier. And just to ask them to tell you later what they found. This could be, the main chakra they're working on, but it might not be. It feels like this is just representative of energy work chakras in general, right? So finding the balance in that way. Okay, beautiful Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you very much, and I love you, and I will see you next week.